let's talk CONCACAF transfer rumors. Per usual, welcome to CONCACAF Transfer Watch, our weekly series talking about confirmed and rumored CONCACAF transfers around the world. I'm Elijah, per usual. I'm with Diego and Joaquin. All right, we got Leon Bailey going to United / Tottenham. We got Antonee Robinson going to Liverpool. We got Jonathan David going to Inter Milan. Let's start with Leon Bailey, the Jamaican winger, maybe going to United, maybe going to Tottenham, leaving Aston Villa after the introduction of Asensio and Rashford. What do we think? United or Tottenham? If you had to pick one, and Diego has
United
let's look
for
at
our sake.
Okay.
For our sake,
Wow.
bro.
What do you have against Leon Bailey?
Hold on. Let me clarify. I don't think he's a terrible player by any means. He hasn't really shown. He had a great season, one season, and it was nice. It was a good season. Do not get me wrong, but I don't think it's been enough to consistently prove that he will be your answer to say be this top tier winger. I definitely don't think Tottenham is looking for that right now. And so there's a bit of also the attitude stuff. We've seen reports on that. So I think there's just too much there, too much uncertainty, too much inconsistency that for me to say like it's worth spending the money on him. And let's be honest, while we don't see the dressing room, you want that dressing room to be good. And as a public, we don't get to see inside, but you hear the reports, and you want to be smooth, you want the chemistry. So I just don't think it's worth it. So I definitely don't want him for Tottenham, obviously. But for United, I wouldn't say they want him either. I mean, why you have, I would say, a chance to go.
We're talking about United though, like
just have like it's a good point.
Get Anthony back.
Please don't. Please don't let him stay at Real Betis. I'm a Betis fan. Please let him stay at Real Betis.
Yeah, he's been balling. But like, even hell, I'd even still want to trust Garnacho to somehow pull us together and become what we think he's gonna be. Because I don't know, man. It sounds like I hate Leon Bailey. I don't hate Leon Bailey. I just don't like him. So I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't have him. Yeah, I wouldn't have him at either, to be honest. But definitely not Tottenham.
Interesting.
You're Leon Bailey hater.
Yeah, for real. Wow. On this channel, it's kind of crazy. I am not. I like Leon Bailey a lot, especially as a Jamaican supporter. Tottenham, I don't think you need Tottenham. I think Leon Bailey goes somewhere where you will play, right? He had a great season at Villa, not this one, but the one before, like 15 goals, 13 assists, something like that. And he played like 50 plus games, absolutely balled out. This season you're there, and I would like to personally say that I think he got a little disrespected with the introduction of Rashford and Asensio, who I think were two transfers where they could get them, so they got them. I don't know if they necessarily needed them, and both great players. Don't get me wrong. I think Leon Bailey wouldn't have done worse than either of those players going into the season. But I think United, I like the move. Gonna be honest, I like the move, because let's talk about United a little bit. Their winger situation right now, their attacking situation right now in general, no bueno. You have Højlund and Xerxes leading the line, and yeah, at one point they could have been the best in the league, but they're not. Wingers, you have Diallo, great. I like Diallo a lot. You have Garnacho, great. I like him a lot. You have Dorgu, cool. Okay. And like, these are all three very inexperienced players who, talent or not, experience matters a lot in the Premier League. And I don't think, you're fucking United, man. You need the return. You need these legendary attackers. I'm not saying that's what Leon Bailey is.
Not
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you can't settle for a Garnacho and Diallo, right? In this current state. Yeah, 2, 3, 4 years down the line, yeah, they could be world beaters. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think if you want success right now, you can't. You need some experience up there in the attack. At least one experienced player. I think Leon Bailey could be that.
I think I understand what you're saying, and if they can get him on a really good bargain price, then yes, absolutely. It just seems like a good pickup. If he doesn't work out, he's on the bench as rotation. If he does, he starts. Right, I agree. But if they can't get him for anything less than like 25 million, why would you, when you can still hopefully invest in the fact that Rashford and Anthony come back in their good forms and not lose their form? Then like boom. You got Rashford on the left, you got Anthony on the right, you have your youngsters in Diallo and Garnacho that hopefully develop into what they want them to be. I think you're set. And if at the very worst, you need to spend the big money, you actually go buy a big star, a big winger. which Antonee was supposed to be, I guess, but that didn't work out. So all I'm saying is that like I just don't see. It's not a bad move, and if like I said, you can get him on cheap, I understand the point. I understand the smart buys in this kind of transfer window. You need smart buys, and I totally get it. But if it's not anything less than like 25 million, I'm saying no. I really am. I'm saying you pass on that and you go find somewhere else. If you're gonna spend the big bucks, I don't think you spend the big bucks on Leon Bailey.
Okay.
I think they're missing a certain English player from Marseille right now.
Oh,
I don't know.
brother. Oh, brother. I mean, that's a whole nother story.
Bro, staying on the Jamaican
Different
topic,
video.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
I mean, Leon Bailey, okay, like, yeah, I get that. But Leon Bailey, he deserves to be in and around the top 7 clubs of top 7 finishing clubs of the Premier League. I think it should have been Aston Villa. And it's again, I think it's a little disrespectful that he has been shafted almost by the club here. After having a great season, yes, he should be a bigger player than he is, and that's not his own fault. That's Villa's fault. But he deserves to be in and around, I think, the big 6 to an extent. Leon Bailey is a talented player. And given the opportunity and the room of confidence that he given to him, I think could be very good. He's been pretty good in the Premier League recently, at least over the past like month or two. He's been very good. I think he deserves the opportunity. I think United. Now, I do want to mention also for the international stage, I just want him to go somewhere he's playing, man. If it's not United or Tottenham, that's fine. If he stays at Villa, that's fine. As long as he plays. Because what do we have again next season, at the end of next season? The World Cup. And granted, we don't know if Jamaica's going to be there. They have a good chance of making it there, so let's hope that they are. But Leon Bailey needs to be in and around the top players to come into the World Cup in top form and with top confidence. I think if you're at a club like Tottenham or United, I think you're going to get that, and you're going to have a good opportunity to be able to move forward.
I would rather. I think it would be actually really fun to see him go to say a Fulham or Nottingham, and get the game time that we're talking about, in a team that will use him and utilize him and actually play through him, and then maybe we see him really explode, and I would love to see that. I love seeing these like kind of forgotten stars come back and explode in these.
Do you want to see Leon Bailey explode? Is that what I'm hearing?
I saw that face though. I was like, and shine, I should say. Shine.
Different word.
Yeah. Continue. One more
time. Yeah. You have Nottingham. They love their wingers. They love the kind of taking football through their wingers with Elanga and I don't remember Callum Hudson-Odoi. And so I think Leon Bailey almost fits that perfectly. I think that would be actually such a great fit.
I
or
think
even
a loan move, like anywhere, like doesn't have to be full time transfer.
Yeah.
He still has like 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Just where he plays, he just needs to play, and I agree with you on that. I think somewhere there where they're willing to take a chance on him and not have a bunch of fans like crap on him just because he has one bad game, like United fans will do.
True.
I think somewhere where they'll support him and really give him that confidence is needed, and that's why I think maybe not top 6, but top 10 Premier League club would be good for him.
Yeah, absolutely fair. Let us know in the comments down below where you think you want Leon Bailey to go, where he will thrive. Is the word. Jesus Christ, I can't think anywhere. Where he will thrive and have some good success because he deserves it, man. I mean, like he like I said, he's a great top tier Premier League winger, given the opportunity, in my opinion, and he deserves it. And I hope United or Tottenham or any other club gives it to him, or even Aston Villa and stay there because they're a great club now, which is great. We move on to our neighbors up north from the Caribbean, Canada. Jonathan David, star striker, arguably the best 9 in CONCACAF. He's, I don't want to say 100%, but looks pretty likely that he's going to be moving on from Lille. Jonathan David looks likely to move on from Lille this summer. Inter Milan, I'm seeing a bunch of different clubs, to be fair. Inter Milan is one of the leaders I'm hearing, but I'm hearing Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. I'm hearing a lot of different places. Where does he go? I'm hearing Barca as well. But where does he go? Is Inter Milan, which, is we'll start with Inter Milan first before we move on to other clubs. I think Jonathan David at Inter Milan would be fantastic if he's willing to relegate his spot to a bench role. Because Lautaro Martinez, you are not dethroning Lautaro or Thuram from the top 2, the starting 2 strikers there. But if he were to back up Lautaro in Lautaro's kind of role, in that too. I think Jonathan David was cooking there, man. Jonathan David, I think, cooks Inter Milan if he plays like Lautaro Martinez. But is that okay? Should he? What do you guys think?
He needs game time. He needs game time. He needs to keep this form going, this confidence going. Inter Milan will be awesome, but those two players, they're going to stay there for at least, as long as we can see for now. I don't see them like changing out, and I think David has to go somewhere else. I think somewhere where he starts but still gets that competitive football is absolutely perfect. I've seen people say, that David's more of like a link-up striker than like a full-on out-and-out nine. I don't know if that's the true case. I haven't seen him play too much to really know what kind of player he is. But if that's the case, somewhere like an Atletico Madrid, maybe the Antoine Griezmann replacement that they're looking for.
I
He
don't know if
says
I see
no.
it. I don't know if I see it.
I think you should
Just
watch some more
somewhere.
games.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like even then, let go play with two strikers. Obviously Griezmann's a little deeper, but the point is like they're looking for a replacement, even if it's not them, somewhere else. I don't know exactly what he's looking for, but somewhere where he gets game time. I don't think he's gonna go to like the top clubs just yet. I don't think he has that interest yet. Because I was gonna say, like Madrid are looking for a striker, but I don't think they're looking at him.
Oh no.
Um,
No.
but somewhere where he gets game time, 100%. Like, I mean, Dortmund don't need him, but like a Dortmund would be awesome. I think that'll be so fun. So just somewhere like that, somewhere. I'm not, a club doesn't come to mind that's a perfect fit right now, but I just don't think Inter's it. I don't think Inter's the one.
I could see him at Chelsea. I know it would be like an excess of attacking options, but like I could see that maybe working.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Like, okay, Inter Milan, like I said, I think it would be great. I think it would look good if Lautaro wasn't there. I think it'd be a great addition if Lautaro Martinez wasn't ahead of him, and unfortunately, he'd be get that relegated role. He has all the talent in the role to play with, the big boys in Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, whoever else are looking at him. But you're right. Arsenal, I don't see it. Arsenal, I don't think they'd give him the opportunity to. I think Chelsea would give him the opportunity by default, just because we have so many fucking injuries and so many players drop in and out of form that Jonathan David, I think, could step in and take that number 9 role. But is he ready for the Premier League? I don't want to say that. I'm not saying. I don't want to say that in the Premier League is better than Ligue 1. I just obviously do two different play styles. I don't know if he's ready for the Premier League in that way yet.
I mean, I don't think anyone thought Nicholas Jackson was ready, and then like now,
It's
he's
true.
gotten better. So I think it's you just give him time.
It's fair. That's fair. I would like to see him at Chelsea, though. I think Jonathan David could do really good at Chelsea, but he's on the radar for a lot of these clubs as like the 3rd or 4th pick, unfortunately. And I would like to see him go somewhere where he is a first pick. Like you said, he needs to go somewhere where he's playing. And especially with the Gold Cup in the summer, with the World Cup next summer, for Canada, he needs to be playing, and not just playing, but playing well. He needs to be in top form for both those tournaments. As long as he goes somewhere where he's going to be playing, I don't see it at Arsenal. I don't see it at Liverpool, especially. I know Liverpool are also interested in him. I don't see it at Liverpool. But at any point, I don't think he's a better player to start in the starting 11 for a title-winning team just yet. I think he could be there, and he's very talented, but I don't know about it yet. But at the same time, I don't want to see him go to like a Crystal Palace or a Nottingham Forest or things like that. I just don't think he should. I think he should aim for those heights because he can. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of expectation on Jonathan David wherever he goes. It's just a matter of where he's going to go get that opportunity because a lot of teams I feel like would want him for the sake of having him because he's a talent, but a lot of teams aren't going to play him. Like Barcelona. Don't go to Barcelona, which is a possibility. Do not go to Barcelona. In 3 or 4 years, go to Barcelona. Right now, no. I don't like it. But I do think he's time for him to move on. Lille, cool, awesome, but Jonathan David is a top quality striker, especially for CONCACAF standards, who we have Santi Jimenez, Raul Jimenez. Yep, that's about it for CONCACAF striker wise. Not that much. There's some good players, but I think Jonathan David needs to, especially for Canadian football, set the record straight and show that Canada is here to participate in the top clubs. Obviously, Alphonso Davies has done that, but if he's just an outlier, let's not let it be like that. Jonathan David, I think, needs to move into a European league, European competition level team. He should be in and around there because he's very, 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 very good. Okay, we can move on to real quickly Antonee Robinson moving to Liverpool. Now, this has been a rumor for like a long time now, a long time. And Antonee Robinson it's amazing that he hasn't actually moved to a top team yet. Not saying Fulham aren't, but he deserves a move to a Champions League level team. Is Liverpool the right move for you guys? Should he go to Liverpool or should he go somewhere else?
I think with Andy
Absolutely.
Robertson on the way out, like it's a perfect spot because
Yeah.
he's not gonna have to compete with anyone. He'd be the outright choice, and like he's in his prime right now, so like he needs to start playing.
This is the best link out of the three we talked about. Liverpool just won the league. They're amazing. They're phenomenal. You could argue that Andy Robertson might have been one of their weaker links. Obviously, Andy Robertson in his prime was part of the best fullback duo pairing in probably Premier League history with him and Trent Alexander-Arnold, at least offensively. And so he's older now. He's getting to that point where he probably won't be the one to be called upon in the biggest games for Liverpool anymore. I think he's made a lot of mistakes this season. He's not the same guy he used to be, and that happens. It's okay. But he can still be that mentor for that next left back to come in and start. And I think that is perfect for Antonee Robinson. He's gonna start. I see it. He's gonna start. He's gonna be part of that really good defensive line and the really good team that Liverpool are, and the project that is being built over there. And he's already a phenomenal left back, maybe the best left back in the league. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anyone right now, but
I'd agree.
maybe,
At
yeah,
least up there.
at least up there. So like, I just think this is a perfect move for him. I obviously, as a Tottenham fan, it would be like, damn, like the report is getting stronger. But this is just like almost as a no brainer for me. Like he's proven, he's prem proven, he's just phenomenal. And Liverpool need a left back. They do. And this is kind of like, I don't know. I like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Liverpool can move on from Tsimikas and replace him with Antonee
Yeah,
Robinson. I mean, Tsimikas
yeah.
is fine, but like he's not like a Liverpool starter, and he
No.
would be the next up. He's a great bench player for Liverpool. I think he provides a lot off the bench. Antonee Robinson to Liverpool. Oh my God, that'd be phenomenal. I think it would be great for a number of reasons. But like you said, it just fits. It just sounds like Antonee Robinson at Liverpool just sounds like it makes sense in my mind, at least. It makes perfect sense. Um,
100%.
from obviously a playing standpoint, yeah, that's phenomenal, and it works really, really well for the kind of attack that Liverpool still does under Arne Slot. And if they want to maintain this title level team, which I don't think many expected them to be at the beginning of the season, especially with the new manager and lack of transfers and whatnot. I think it worked out phenomenally, and Antonee Robinson would be the perfect signing for them to one tell the league that they're still in and around there and they're not giving up, and two, from a marketing standpoint, getting the American in there, great. Liverpool has a big presence in the USA. And Antonee Robinson being over there would just be absolutely phenomenal for every single party. I don't see, obviously the only party involved in that transaction that are getting screwed over is Fulham, which I feel bad for. And like Antonee Robinson, I think could stay and become like a legend at Fulham, but he's not going to. He is too good, and I don't think if I say that and you're sitting there saying no, he's not. Look at some clips, watch some highlights, read some stats. Antonee Robinson is in my opinion, without a doubt, the best left back in the Premier League, and has been for
Guardiola.
maybe 2 seasons now. Anyways, Gavardio is a glorified center back who happens to play on the left side there. Antonee Robinson, I'm not, of course, Gavardio might be 2 or 3, but Antonee Robinson is just amazing. And he does so much for any team that he steps into, whether that's Fulham or the U.S. men's national team. He is a key player. And I think he moved to Liverpool, and I think he maintains that level of form. There's a lot of players that can move to a big team and just forget how to play football all of a sudden, and it just doesn't work there. I think this would be a match made in heaven that I could see Antonee Robinson wearing a Liverpool shirt for a long time in the biggest competitions holding trophies. I could see it. I think Antonee Robinson moves there and becomes almost a cult hero in the way that Robertson and TAA did back in their prime, because you couldn't read anything about the Premier League and not hear about those two or not watch some fucking clip about them laughing with each other or whatever. I think Antonee Robinson becomes that over there and becomes one of like a great passionate player, and like you said, especially in a Liverpool team that is in desperate need of top tier fullbacks now. Especially, Andrew Robinson isn't the same player he was 3-4 years ago. TAA is obviously not going to be at Liverpool anymore as he's going to La Liga with Real Madrid. I think Liverpool need to make a statement signing in the fullback positions, and I think Antonee Robinson is without doubt the best one. Now, if we're talking about, I take it all back though. True best left back in the Premier League is Cucurella. If they really want to make a big statement, it'd be Cucurella. So, just kidding. No, please do not take Cucurella from my grasp. I love Cucurella. Yeah, but Antonee Robinson would be a great fit, and I do think would be very successful. And if like you said, if there is a one transfer that makes absolute perfect sense in the Premier League, not just CONCACAF wise, it's that one. It's that one. That shit fits so well. All right. Well, if you guys have any opinions in the comments, let me know in the comments down below. We're gonna be reading back to as many as we can. Leave a like if you guys want more CONCACAF transfer content moving forward. We're gonna do this, like I said, every single week for you guys, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you like this kind of content. Otherwise, it's gonna be it. My name is Elijah. I'm with Diego and Joaquin. We'll see you guys in future videos. Take care.